Hello friends, thought I'd show you what I had inside my spare tire on old Dookie. Can you see it? It's a snake. Yeah, it's a snake, but it's a rubber snake, and I just stick it in my spare tire on old Dookie and my other pickup trucks, just have a little fun to keep people from stealing them. But believe it or not, I went to Lowe's last year and had one of these same type rubber snake stick with his head sticking out. And I was in Lowe's about 10 minutes, come back out, my snake was gone, but my tire was still there. So a lot of good that done. And another sign of spring are worms. Got a lot of worms around here, and I've already swept the porch once or twice. There are worms everywhere. That's a sign of spring, and I'm looking forward to spring other than tornadoes and pollen. Pollen kills me, so if you think I sound a little bit funny, it's because of the pollen. I just got done killing that wasp in a video here. I was going to show you something that maybe will help you. This is what I do all the time on my daily drivers. I wouldn't do this on something, a classic car or truck, but all my stuff, as you can see, are daily drivers. This is what my wife drives. This little, I call it an X-Box. It's a Scion XB, but I call it an X-Box just for fun. Can't hurt old Dookie. And then I normally drive this car to work, this little Oldsmobile. But as you can see, we've had rain last night, and I haven't washed this car in about a week, and been a lot of road grime and dirt on the vehicle. But it's supposed to rain again this evening, but I'm trying to keep it halfway clean for my wife especially. I don't really care if mine's clean or not, but I try to keep her car kind of clean. But I got some detailer, quick detailer, mist and wipe. And while the rain water is still on the vehicle, just to make it kind of shine a little bit. And let me tell you something. I was at the, before I forget, I was at the Rod Run in Pigeon Forge a few years ago, and I had something that I think it might have been a El Camino I had up there at the time. And I was we were up there, and the weather started raining up there, and I was getting all disappointed because I had cleaned that El Camino to the hilt best I could. I mean, it looked like a brand new car. It's a 66 El Camino, big block car, factory black insides, bucket seats, air conditioning, the whole 9 yards. Pretty nice car, in my opinion. But I was up there and it started raining. I got so aggravated because I'd spent so much time trying to detail that car. And my friend that was standing beside me said, if you'll notice, he said, there's something about rainwater that really makes your paint shine good and everything, and a pop. And he said, don't worry about it. Said it looked good as new here as soon as the rain lets up. Said, I'll help you clean it off and dry it down and clean it up again. So that's what we done. And you know, he was right. That rainwater, I guess it's just because I live here in the city. It's got all the chlorine and stuff like that in it. It kind of, I don't know, the rainwater really just made that black paint pop. And so I've always remembered that. So, but as I said, I get out here whenever it rains. Normally my wife makes fun of me, but she has a clean car, so she can't say too much now, can she? But anyway, I get out here, get a little detailer, and I spray it on the car. It kind of provides a little bit of protection and wax at the same time. And you're drying it off too, so it looks pretty good. Okay, I'll pause this and show you the results here in a second. Okay, I got it wiped down there. I didn't know if I could hold the phone without dropping it. I can't really chew gum and do anything else at the same time, but this is what I've done. Sprayed the detailer on. Of course, it was already wet from the rain we had last night, and sprayed some on the fender. Now, this is not as good as getting a soapy water, you know, car wash soap and a bucket and all that stuff. I'm not going to get up under the wheel wells doing this, but on the outside of the paint, you kind of get some of the pollen and, you know, stuff off the trees, which seems to be becoming more and more of a problem. But you can just kind of do a few things like this and your car still look decent, and you're not having to go to the car wash, spend $7, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 for car washing, and it rained 12 hours later or whatever, which I see a lot of people do, and that's fine. But when you're on a poor man's budget like I am, you make do with what you got. And you know, it's the same results. You know, that's what Quick Detailer is for, is to wipe off pollen, you know, a little bit of dirt here and there, nothing, not going through mud puddles and this, that, and the other, which my wife doesn't go through. And I try to keep her car clean, even though it's an older vehicle. Clean means looks like it's been well cared for. And I try to take care of her vehicles and mine too. So thought I'd give you this little tip. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, just spray a little Quick Detailer on top of the water, and you kind of got a little bit of a wax job and cleaning it at the same time. Hope this was informative, and I hope that you'll watch some of my other videos too. Hey, I enjoyed talking to you, and I'll see you later.